There is a bench in a park where I very often pass pass by it. And I think most people probably walk passing by it without thinking twice. I know because I did it. But now every time I pass it, that bench, I simply just look. I'm not really looking at the bench, but at the space where someone used to sit. There was an older man who often sat actually on that bench during the daytime. We never became friends. I never had conversation with that man. Sometimes we would just like nod the head to each other. Sometimes we wouldn't say anything, but somehow he had become like familiar to me because one day he wasn't there. So at first I didn't think much about it. I thought maybe he will appear tomorrow. And you know what? The tomorrow became the next week. And then the next week became a month. And without really noticing, I really started looking for somebody that I really didn't know. A bit strange. Because how can someone become part of your life? It was a stranger without ever really being part of your life. I think we all have I think we all have these quiet moments. People who are not close friends, I mean people those names we might not even know, but they become part of our everyday world. Think about the person you see at the same bus stop, the neighbor you always greeting to, the cashier who recognizes you, person you see during your like daily walks. They become of the background of our lives. Until one day the background changes and we notice something that is missing. And the strange thing is, we probably almost never know when something is happening for the last time. Now, the last time you visit a certain place, the last conversation with someone familiar, the last ordinary day before something changes. If someone told us this is the last time you will experience this day, this moment, we would probably pay much more attention to the present moment. We would remember every detail. But life doesn't give us that warning. Life just moves forward. And maybe that's why some memories become important only later. Because in the moment, it didn't feel valuable. Recently, I've been trying to slow down in my life, not in some dramatic way, just small changes, small things. When I am walking, I try not always to be somewhere else, i.e., in my thoughts. If a person says hello, I actually try to become more present. And sometimes I stop for a minute and look around, not because something fabulous is happening, just because this moment is happening. It's life. And maybe that's enough. The park, yes, it's still the same. The trees are still here. People are still walking past. The only thing that has changed is that I am paying more attention where I am. That empty bench that day or during those days taught me something. Not every person who lives your life was someone close, indeed. Not every moment feels important while you're living it. Sometimes the mundane parts of life are the ones we miss the most. So I wonder, how many ordinary moments are we living right now that one day we will wish we could experience again? I would like to hear your thoughts. Has there ever been a place, perhaps a person, or a small everyday moment that stayed with you longer than you expected? Thanks for staying with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.